He might get a little tow from his teammate, but Devin, our 19th driver, does join us. He is going to be in the second Red Bull. There, Devin's back there. He didn't get a lap in. Zora got up to 15th, so a good effort there after running behind. Hyper, who is very fast in Bahrain, 12th, and Invade 11th. Go for it. Mythic and Hyper are in from the 15 lap hards. We still have Devin yet to pit, the only one up in that top 7. We're actually restarting the event here and getting the grid. I'll tell you, Bad wants his first podium, wants to be the first German on podium on this game cycle. He goes through. We'll flash back to that battling later on, but Devin took advantage of the restart due to the strategy, and he's going to win his first Grand Prix. 5 different winners in the last 5. Devin conquers China. Let's go to Polo, who you were talking about. 2/10 up on the time. He's had prior F2 poles, I believe. He's had prior poles in F1 cars, but that came in Tier 1 when he was a Tier 1 driver. Can he snatch pole from George tonight? He just misses it
barely.
by 100th. Polo God doesn't do it. Mintoki doesn't do it. And I think we only have a few more who could. Timbed misses out. Night Owl's 3rd. A really great result from the Australian. FX7 Danny, last one of the top guys to go. Can he dispatch George? He goes out of bounds. That's going to be it. George Alp Williams, once again, gets a pole lap in, and it wasn't the last lap. George Alp Williams, for his 6th career pole, puts himself 7th all time, and it's a McLaren front row lockout. Oh, we're going to go back down the inside here for turn 2 and turn 3. We have 2x2 action here at the front of the field. Look at this on the inside. Polo God hits his teammate there as George has a big tank slapper. Night Owl goes through to take the lead. I wonder if both McLarens have damage. That was a mistake from George, who went into the side of his teammate. Where is Polo God going to come into turn 1 relative to George? George coming out just ahead of Goatley, but losing the time to Penguin and Polo. Polo has jumped George massively. Again, the 2 McLarens up front.
There it is.
About to trade places. George boosting, and George takes over the lead once again on lap 24. Polo God behind his teammate. And it's going to be a McLaren battle for the victory here because they're 7 seconds ahead of the next car. George Alp Williams has won 6 of the last 8 races, make it 7 of the last 9. George wins in China. Polo God returns to the podium for the first time since season 9, and Night Owl hangs on for 3rd. It's a McLaren 1-2. Great result for them. Skither racing it out with Jack. Resets the fastest lap. He's going quite quick in the P1 spot, but it's all happening behind him. Skither, is he going to make the move? Is Jack going to make the move? Jack is going to make the move. Jack was boxed in there. He had no other choice. He'll try to go the long way around. Reese covers it. Now, Reese has 2 cars to cover for turn 3. George passes Titan, so does Minico on the main straight. But look at this. Jack pinching Skither. Almost Rosberg and Hamilton style as they get to the corner. Skither, inside line, stays ahead of Jack. Well, it must be said, every time he races, he finds a way to be up here. And he's going to be up here on the top step of the podium for the 40th time in F2. If you want to add all tiers together, make it number 70 for him. And car number 7, Skither, gets to the finish line first to win the sprint. Provisionally, assuming it does not get sent into the storage room, his collision with Minico and Leon, he will be taking victory for a 41st time in F2. He has swept the weekend in the feature and the sprint, and he'll make it 3 wins in a row. Skither claims victory on top tonight in Spain. Minico in that bottom 3, starting a lap now. We have also, who was that? Florian Van Zelter's crashed. That's what that was. He did that in turn 4. He was safely through, but that is disastrous for Florian, who was going to make it to Q2 and now won't even get to compete in Q2. Minico sliding and slipping, trying to find time now.
Ooh! Thread the needle, Jacko!
And he's pinching him!
Touch.
Lot of touching there. More touching back here for 9th. 3 abreast to turn 27. 6 cars under a blanket. 2x2x2. 3 rows deep. Florian now on the inside of Leo. These 2 made contact in Monza, and they still do in Saudi tonight. Now Florian comes out worse. Meanwhile, Florian chasing down Cookie now for third, reeling in the Ferrari man, the guy who gave him an opportunity to go to Aston on loan last season and get a podium in Zandvoort, currently holds the podium now. We have other penalties being handed out like everywhere. We're going to talk about Leo Lund getting back-to-back victories for Aston Martin, but in his last 10 starts, he has won from pole. Leo Lund claims
nice
the victory
move.
tonight in Jeddah under the lights. Well done there. TB second, and it's a fourth podium around the Jeddah circuit. Florian hangs on for now. We'll see if the stewards say anything about that, but a drag race, Minico and George. It's Minico getting George, and even if Florian does get penalized in the stewards room, it will not be a first podium for George.
Yeah, it's all on the determination that if Florian could possibly be penalized for that safety car restart. And if he is penalized for it, I believe Florian will drop down to 7th at that point.